Say alright, so first and foremost, wanna give up praises to Yahweh, Ba Shami or Shai Ba Shami Kakodash, we set up on apostles and elders of great mercy, not all well, our teachers our apostles in the shoot, our salutations, so the Akama, so the pushing on to transferity day and day out, counseling season of the season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into a little video here, that's basically touching upon a situation that happened yesterday during the European finals, the Euro Cup, which is a cup, a tournament that takes place in Europe, and basically the top teams in Europe come together to play football, right? And basically England and Italy was they were in the finals. They played yesterday. And what went on is that beat Italy beat England, right? And it had plenty Jakes playing for England right now. But three particular Jakes which is Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Bukayo Saka were playing, right? They were playing. And the game went on to penalties. But went on, I think, alright, they missed their penalties. After they missed the penalties, you know that the Edomites, they came out. The Edomites from England came out and started, show slurs, started call them all kind of names and all these sort of things. You understand? And that is just to show you that I remember doing a video, I think it was some days ago, talking about the enemies, and I just to show you how it is. These Edomites, they are not your friends. Though they might laugh, they might smile in front of you, you might think it's a good thing that we could come together. No, in situations like this, you just see the true form of an Edomite, that they hate you. You understand? That they hate you. They hate you with a passion. Because as the messy penalties, the Edomites, they take the Twitter, so they call them all kind of things, call them monkeys, so they call them all kind of things. You understand? And that is just to show you that is a form of an enemy. You understand? That is not the form of a friend. People, plenty Jakes also, they believe that they and Esau can be friends. They cannot be friends. That is your enemy. Your enemy. Right? So going into this here, say racist abuse of England players, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Bukayo Saka, unforgivable. Right? Let's say England manager Gareth Southgate said the racist abuse amid at Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Bukayo Saka at the Euro 2020 final defeat by Italy was unforgivable, right? Because again, it was trending worldwide as a worldwide thing, and even though it was trending, these Edomites, they were still so proud, is that they were still, no matter it was being shown worldwide, they were still, the outside, still doing that, showing the hatred for Jake. So that just assure that can never be an enemy. That can never be a friend. That is an enemy, right? That is an enemy. Let's say European football. As you can see, these two are the players here, right? Marcus Rashford to the right, Jadon Sancho to the left. It's a European football's governing body, UEFA, condemned the disgusting racist abuse. And then we stand by the players and the FA's call for the strongest possible punishments. And this will lead to nothing, because it's heathens going on looking to heathens, and it's not going to lead to anything. This happening for years and not going to lead to anything. Jakes that expect the enemy to punish the enemy, that not going to punish their own, right? They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But you can see just by this, you see the hatred that Esau have for us. You can see the hatred that Esau have for us. That's how something happened, come out. I should that we keep on saying these people is not your friends. These people don't care about you. They're serpents. Yeah, it's our serpent go wait. Serpent go wait months for your target. You understand? And then he will strike. That is nothing good. Jump to our scripture here. This is the book of Surah, chapter 12, right? Start from verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So yes, and that is what it is. You really feel, right? What some of things that they do us, right? What some of the things that they do us. You go and look at the history of England, you go and look at all these things you'll see. You go and look at the history of the Edomites, you see some of the things that they did us, slavery, conquering our lands, all these things that they did, you understand, and that they continue to do. You really feel it, consider them as a friend. That's what the scriptures say here, well, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You understand? And people trust in Esau. And that is a natural enemy. And again, the scripture say, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. And iron, you're sure you could coat iron with the adhesive paint or the paint that don't make the iron rust as fast. But you know something, that the iron will still rust. The iron will still rust. So this scripture telling here, just as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So that means his wickedness will always be there. Though he might cover it, though he might hide it, that hatred, that wickedness that he have for us is it there. It there. It there. And you see it, you see the hatred. You know what you comments, you see the telling you, go back to where they come from. Monkeys, the worthless, you know, all these things that they're throwing. You understand? And think about it, we's above them. The Lord say these are people's like spittle unto us. I'm gonna bring that. Say this is second Ezra chapter 5. I'll start from verse 27. I say, and among all the multitudes of the peoples thou hast gotten thee one people. So the Lord hath chosen one people, right? And who's that? That is the Israelites. That is the so-called so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. You understand? You also have the confusion of faces all around that may look, that they may look like another nation, but the bloodline and who they are it go back to Israelites, right? It say, and among all the multitudes of peoples thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest thou givest a law that is approved of all. And this is say to this, when I watch this tournament, because again I watch football, majority the players who shine through this tournament were Jakes. For England, I don't want to play either my players, I think, but it's like this Bukayo Saka. He had he was like one of England's best players. You understand? One of England's best players. And then as soon as he did something wrong, whoop, you know, they see the Edomites come down on him, because why? That is enemy. These Edomites know that these people is the enemy. But Jake want to have a friendship. Jake want to be friends. They don't have that. They will continue to hate you. Right? Let's say verse 27, it say, among all the multitudes of the peoples thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest thou givest a law that is approved of all. Right? So let's show you that the Lord choose this particular people, right? And these people is what the Lord's chosen. The Lord's chosen. That is who the Lord chose amongst all the rest, amongst all the multitudes. This is who the Lord chose, which is Israel. Right? Now jump into the one with the spittle. Let's get my minute here. Right? So let's go into Second Ezra 6 verse 56, right? It's a I'll start from verse 54. It say, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all the creatures of him, came we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So yeah, everybody come from Adam, but this one particular people is chosen, right? It say, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made us the world for our sakes. That is why that's to say, like when you watch Jake is as the scripture says, Jake is former of all things. Jake is who are the talent. Esau don't. Esau copy. The thief, the take. You understand? And say they created or they formed. But when you go back into history, it's Jake. Jake do this. Jake is who have a car running. Jake is who get that energy sector and so forth. Who he feel it is had the knowledge to do those things. It was Israel. Right? Say, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made us the world for our sakes. And as for the other people, which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. For as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So they is like unto spit. These other people is like unto spit. But Jake, that is the Lord chosen, that is the Lord favored them. It say, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. It say, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us, and that is what went on. But these reputed as were nothing. These heathens are nothing but spittle. Right? So jumping back into the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, it say, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble, like some people were shocked, they were seeing them kind of comments from Edomites, because why? You all believe that they change, or you all believe that there's not your enemies. They said, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. So the Lord said it will take good heed and beware. Same way you wipe a looking glass so you can see, is the same way you have to be watching Esau. You see, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away, because you know what Israelites say today. Slavery was in the past. He actually heard Jake say that. Yes, heard Jake say that. Nah, the white people who here today, them wasn't back then, and they didn't have nothing to do. But when shit happen and you see the hatred, then they'll be like, oh God, wow. That's why the Lord say, well, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. All the things that be happening to us, we feel the things, these diseases, all these things that happening, we feel creating it first. See, just that the Lord with us and the Lord not with them. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. So that wickedness there, and that wickedness will remain there. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So yes, he says, set him not by thee. Set him not by thee. He says, who will pity a charmer? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any such as come nigh wild beast? So yes, so who will pity a charmer if he get bite by a snake? Come on. Who tell him to go and play with that snake in the first place? Who tell him that? You can't pity that charmer. He know what it is he going and he dealing with. He dealing with a snake, and a wild snake, obviously, it's one thing they said to do, and that is to bite. So who will pity that shaman? It says, so one that goeth to a sinner as is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? So yeah. So going back up, let's just show you that, hey, there's an enemy. Don't fall for that trap. Don't fall for that trap. You see it, you see the hatred that they have for us. When things like this happen, you see the true, even they try to hide, they try to hide. But when these things happen, you see the hatred that they have for us come out. You understand? You see that hatred come out. That perpetual hatred. Again, you see? Just recently I did a video and I come back to do a video on it again. And we in that time that Esau showing his colors. Them not on that anymore. They're telling you straight out, hey, we do like all that. But at the end, these enemies, our enemies will have to pay. Son, have to pay. So that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Natakodash. We sit up and say apostles and elders of great mercy and rule well. And salutations, so I can say pushing on truth and say day in and day out. In the constant season of the season, we say Shalom.